Welcome, Shadow Seekers, to American Shadows, Crimes and Chronicles. Today, we're unearthing a tale that'll haunt your thoughts long after it ends. Whether you're glued to the screen or just listening in, you're in for a wild ride through history's darkest corners. If you're new, hit subscribe to join our mission of exposing America's hidden truths. Regulars, your likes fuel our journey into the unknown. Now, let's peel back the layers of time and reveal the secrets beneath. Ready? Let's begin. Unite the Right rally, when hatred turned deadly in Charlottesville. Hello friends, you're watching American Shadows, and today we're delving into a dark chapter of recent American history that exposed the festering wounds of racial hatred and extremism in our society. On August 12, 2017, the streets of Charlottesville, Virginia became a battleground where the ugliest aspects of America's past collided violently with its present. What transforms a college town, known for its picturesque charm, into a scene of chaos and tragedy? How does a protest over a Confederate statue escalate into deadly violence? And why, in the 21st century, are we still grappling with the shadows of the Civil War? Before we unravel this complex and contentious chapter in American history, I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to all of you who support our work. Your likes, comments, and shares are the lifeblood of this channel, helping us bring these shadowy corners of history to light. Your engagement fuels our passion for storytelling, and we're truly grateful for each and every one of you. As we explore this powerful and painful story, we'd love to hear from you. How did the events in Charlottesville impact your understanding of contemporary America? Have you witnessed or experienced similar tensions in your own community? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your perspectives add invaluable depth to these historical narratives. Now, let's step back to that fateful summer day in 2017, when Charlottesville became the epicenter of a national reckoning with racism, extremism, and the very soul of America. Charlottesville, home to the University of Virginia, had long prided itself on its liberal values and historical significance. But beneath the surface, tensions were simmering. The City Council's decision to remove a statue of Confederate General Robert E. Lee from Emancipation Park had ignited a firestorm of controversy. For some, the statue represented heritage and history. For others, it was a painful reminder of slavery and oppression. The Unite the Right rally, organized by white supremacist Jason Kessler, brought together a coalition of far-right groups, including neo-Nazis, Klansmen, and various militia groups. They saw this as an opportunity to unite and promote their agenda of white supremacy, anti-Semitism, and xenophobia. On the night of August 11th, these groups descended upon the University of Virginia campus, carrying tiki torches and chanting slogans like, "You will not replace us," and "Jews will not replace us." They created a chilling spectacle that harkened back to the darkest days of American history. But it was the next day, August 12th, when the situation truly exploded. As morning broke, the air was thick with tension. Both sides gathered at Emancipation Park, the site of the controversial Lee statue. The white nationalists were met by a diverse group of counter-protesters, ranging from local residents to anti-fascist activists, clergy members, and civil rights advocates. What began as angry shouting quickly escalated into physical confrontations. Armed with shields, clubs, and even firearms, both sides engaged in brutal street fights. Punches were thrown, pepper spray filled the air, and makeshift weapons appeared on both sides. The police, later criticized for their lack of intervention, struggled to maintain order. By 11:22 a.m., before the rally was scheduled to begin officially, Virginia Governor Terry McAuliffe declared a state of emergency. The police moved to disperse the crowds, but the violence had already spilled into the surrounding streets. It was in this chaos that tragedy struck. At 1:42 p.m., a car plowed into a crowd of counter-protesters on 4th Street, killing 32-year-old Heather Heyer and injuring dozens more. The driver, later identified as James Alex Fields Jr., a 20-year-old with neo-Nazi sympathies, had driven from Ohio to attend the rally. The attack sent shockwaves through the nation. President Trump's initial response, claiming there was blame on both sides and that there were very fine people on both sides, only added fuel to the fire of controversy. His remarks were widely criticized as providing tacit support to white supremacists, and they sparked a national debate about the resurgence of overt racism in American society. In the days and weeks that followed, the nation grappled with the implications of what had happened in Charlottesville. The events laid bare the deep racial divisions that still exist in America and forced a reckoning with the country's troubled history of racism and white supremacy. The fallout was swift and far-reaching. Several participants in the rally were identified and faced consequences in their personal and professional lives. Tech companies began cracking down on white supremacist content online. Debates raged about the presence of Confederate monuments in public spaces, with many cities and states moving to remove them. Legal repercussions followed as well. James Fields Jr. was convicted of first-degree murder and multiple hate crime charges. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The organizers of the rally also faced civil lawsuits, with a jury finding them liable for $26 million in damages in 2021. But perhaps the most significant impact of Charlottesville was how it changed the national conversation about race and extremism. It brought the issue of white supremacy to the forefront of American discourse, forcing many to confront the reality that racist ideologies were not relics of the past, but present and dangerous forces in contemporary society. The events in Charlottesville also had a profound impact on political activism. They galvanized efforts to combat hate and discrimination, leading to increased scrutiny of hate groups and their activities. The Black Lives Matter movement gained renewed momentum, as did other initiatives focused on racial justice and equity. One poignant outcome was the creation of the Heather Heyer Foundation by Heather's mother, Susan Bro. The foundation provides scholarships to students pursuing careers in social justice, ensuring that Heather's legacy continues to inspire positive change. As we reflect on the tragedy of Charlottesville, we're confronted with difficult questions about the state of our nation. How do we address the deep-seated racial tensions that continue to divide us? How do we balance free speech with the need to combat hate and extremism? And how do we move forward as a society while honestly reckoning with our troubled past? The events of August 12, 2017 serve as a stark reminder that the shadows of our history are never far away. They challenge us to confront uncomfortable truths about racism and extremism in America, and they underscore the ongoing struggle to live up to our nation's highest ideals. This is American Shadows, where we peer into the darker corners of our nation's past and present. Until next time, remember that history is not just something that happened long ago, it's a living force that shapes our world in ways both seen and unseen. The echoes of Charlottesville continue to resonate today, reminding us that the fight against hatred and bigotry is far from over. As we go about our daily lives, let's take a moment to reflect on the lessons of Charlottesville. For in understanding our past and present, we gain the wisdom and courage to shape a more just and equitable future. The shadows cast by that terrible day in August 2017 are long indeed, and we ignore them at our peril.